Welcome back to That Side of TikTok. All right, guys, we've got an actual update from Drew himself. And this one is less chaos, more calm. Explanation, but don't worry, because there are still a few things that made me pause and go. He says he spent 9 hours in court. People have been asking for his side of the story, and now he's finally speaking. So let's break down exactly what he said, what actually changed, and what kind of didn't.
Hey guys, good morning. It's about 7 o'clock a.m. I just got off work about 30 minutes ago. Well, actually, I got home about 30 minutes ago. Got off work about an hour ago. I have seen a lot of small messages saying what's my side of the story or what happened or whatever. I was in court for 8 hours, 9 hours. Nothing tremendous has changed. Yes, I did lose primary custody. So congratulations, she's been awarded primary custody. But besides that, it's still 50-50. We both see him the equal amount of time, so on and so forth. And it is what it is. I just keep pushing. I just keep going to work, keep trying to make as much money as possible, keep trying to do deliveries, which is sometimes very fun, and just keep pushing. I just made a vow to myself to make sure I work at least 8 hours every single day, or the days that I am scheduled. And I just make sure I keep it pushing. There you go, guys.
He says he was in court for about 9 hours, which is long. Anyone who's ever dealt with legal situations knows that serious time, serious. Discussion, and usually means multiple things were addressed. Then comes the headline moment. She has been awarded primary custody, but, and this is where people might get confused. He says it's still 50-50, and they both see the child the same amount of time. So essentially what he's describing sounds like primary custody in name or legal designation, but shared, parenting time in practice. And honestly, that's where the internet is probably going to split into two camps. Some people will hear primary custody and think major loss. Others will hear still equal time and think nothing has really changed. Drew himself basically says nothing. Tremendous has changed, which feels like he's trying to downplay the drama and keep things calm publicly. Now let's talk about the questions. People are definitely going to be thinking. What are we thinking about Steph in all of this? Is she happy that she now has one less child to look after full time? Because realistically, dynamics inside the home will change. Whether anyone says it out loud or not. And another big question, will Drew decide to leave Steph now that he doesn't have Deshaun full time? Because let's be real, relationships sometimes shift when circumstances change, and viewers are absolutely going to be watching closely to see if this alters their dynamic. And I'm just going to say what a lot of people are already thinking. Some viewers feel like Drew also lost Deshaun partly because of Steph. Now, obviously, that's opinion and speculation, but many people believe Drew should never have allowed Steph to move in and take over the household dynamic because they think Deshaun was happier when it was just him and his dad, while still having regular contact with his mom. Again, that's the conversation happening online. And then there's another detail people are talking about. Apparently, Deshaun isn't allowed to stay with Steph alone. Drew has to be present. And if Drew is working on a night he has Deshaun, then Deshaun will need to return to his mom's instead. And if that's accurate, that could massively impact how practical this still 50-50 arrangement actually feels day to day. Then he shifts into talking about work, pushing forward, making money, and staying consistent, which again feels like he's framing himself as focused and steady. And listen, whether you agree or disagree with him, one thing is clear. He's choosing a quieter tone here. Less emotional, more matter of fact. But let's be honest. Whenever someone says nothing really changed, yet custody terms are mentioned, people are always going to have questions. Do you think primary custody actually changes anything here? Could this change Drew and Steph's relationship? Should Steph's role in the household be questioned? Is this truly still 50-50 in practice? Are we missing part of the bigger story? So that's Drew's update. Court done, custody clarified, kind of, and life. Apparently continuing as normal, but I want to know what you guys think, because this one definitely feels like there's more beneath the surface. Comment below and let's chat.